പൈസ ഇല്ലെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് മോങ്ങല്ല വേണ്ടത്.
ഇല്ലടാ, ഞാൻ കക്കാൻ ഇറങ്ങാന്നാ.
Our trending Bhima model.
This is the first show I'm in.
Oh, very nice.
If I'm being very honest, I myself am continuously watching it again and again. My dad was very emotional when he saw it, and I was like, wow, my dad is getting emotional. It's very rare to see dads getting emotional.
How did this thing convince you?
Honestly, I really like the story. It can be mentally very disturbing for me as well, but I took it as a challenge.
Let me ask you something very sincerely. You had to face traumas just like so many other people told me.
Yes. Hell yeah. Everyone faces that. I'm still facing it in a lot of ways. And now Bhima has come up with an ad that actually shows a trans utopia.
And we are so happy and we are so proud that Kerala people are changing their mindsets and everything.
It's so beautiful. I'm just wondering about the power of media, the power of art that has the potential to actually stir raw human emotions. So I feel good. Alexandra Billings, on her Instagram feed, she posted the Bhima jewelry ad, and I was like, shit, this is actually getting international recognition where an international trans actor, Alexandra Billings, having more than 50,000 followers, is actually posting this on her feed. I was so happy yesterday, I can't tell you.
Meera Singhania Rahani, welcome to the show Ice Break with Veena.
This is the first show I'm in.
Oh, very nice. That's really nice to know. Actually, the thing is that I really wanted to introduce you as our Bhima model, our trending Bhima model.
Okay, I'm still processing it.
That was a pretty cool advertisement. That was a pretty cool. I really wanted to say it several times. Pretty cool. I don't know how many times I watched it actually.
Everyone is saying the same thing, and if I'm being very honest, I myself am continuously watching it again and again, because every time I'm rewatching it, I'm getting to know something new, something better about something. I'm noticing something. I'm like, okay, I could have done it this way, I could have done it that way. It's like that.
And you know what? The advertisement tagline was pure as love. And I really felt your smile is also pure as love. As pure as, I don't know what to say. It was so pure, it was so innocent, and I could feel that happiness in your smile and in your laughter, that sincerity in it. It was really nice, actually. That is coming from your heart.
I was acting for the most part of it, because it was it's not easy to be a bride with the amount of jewelry they put you. It's so heavy. I'm like, I'm never getting married because of the amount of jewelry they take you up with. I might as well just run away with the jewelry and leave my husband behind.
Imagine Malayali brides. We usually do all these things, you know.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful. I mean, it's so beautiful. I was enamored by the collection. I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty. And I've never worn so much of jewelry in my life. I'm not even a sari person. It was like I think for the second time I was wearing a sari ever.
But you look so damn stunning.
Thank you so much. Sari actually suits me. Through that advertisement, I think I've become more confident to wear sarees now.
Oh, you know how to wear sari?
I don't, but I will learn from my mother.
So let me ask you the very fundamental question. How did you get into the advertisement actually?
This agency called Casting Day, they approached me on Instagram.
Okay.
And they were like, they are casting for this Bhima jewelry TVC. And they need a very confident and aspirational trans. And the details of the audition was written. There were 2 audition videos that I had to do. The first audition video was pre-transition. That was pre-transition, where I'm supposed to be in guy clothes, and I'm supposed to I'm sitting on my bed. I'm reading a book. My father comes in. The first scene. My father comes in, and I look at him. It's a very emotional scene. He hands me the pile, and I'm looking at him and I'm hugging him. So that was the first scene. And the next scene that I had to audition was for the bridal scene where I'm getting ready. I had problems auditioning for the first scene because I was very new to acting. I've never acted ever in my life. Never done that. Never ever done that. So I had it took like 4 to 5 retakes, but my very very sweet neighbor helped me with it. So she's a cabin crew in SpiceJet. So she did my makeup and everything, and she was recording the videos. So she really helped me with that. So that was okay. The first video was okay. For the second video, I actually dressed traditional. I wore a really nice kurti. I wore my bindi, and that's how I auditioned for it. And the scene was, if I'm being specific, the scene was that I am wearing bangles. I'm checking out my earrings. I'm applying nail polish. You know, these chote scenes. I'm doing like this.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, and
the typical thing.
Checking out myself, the entire bridal scene basically. And I'm like, okay, I'm very good in that. I do that every day almost after bathing, so I can do this again. I mean, I don't have to act. The second thing was not acting for me; it was mostly just checking myself out, and I could do that. So yeah, I did it, and it actually came off really pretty. And after the audition itself, me and my neighbor were like, you know what? I think I'll get it because the audition video was beautiful. Trust me. And in a week, I got a call, and everything worked out. I flew off to Goa in less than a week, and my shoot happened there. And by the end of February, I flew off to Kochi, and that's where the advertisement was shot. And we are here now.
That's how you ended up, right?
Yes.
When I checked your Instagram page, I noticed that this will be my profile till the other one is back. Then I thought whether her account got hacked or something. What is that caption?
No, it didn't get hacked. It got disabled. It got disabled because my account was too. Let's just say it was too controversial. Let's just say that I was one of those people who was extremely controversial, and that account was that. It was a very nice account, and I know that I got this advertisement not only because of my audition, but also because of that account. That account also had a role to play. I literally documented my entire journey there. You have an IGTV over there where I'm sitting on my hospital bed just the day after my surgery. And you have all of those really intense, intimate things that are there in that account. And I have that account since like 2 years now. So it has actually seen me from my beginning. So yeah, I like that account. I miss that account for the content that I used to post. It was more raw. It was more honest.
It seems like you love controversy. Really?
I mean, I'm not a great fan of it, but somehow it just happens.
It's okay. Have you heard of this Bima before you coming to this advertisement?
If I'm being honest, then no, I didn't, because as someone who is from North India, as someone who has been born and brought up there, I haven't heard of him. I didn't hear of Bhima, but I did look up Bhima after I got the casting call. And I did like the brand. I asked a couple of people. I like the brand. So I was like, yeah, why not? And during the shoot, I actually saw it. I actually got a chance to see his collection, wear its collection.
Oh, and
it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Do you ever wish to buy something from Bima?
Something that my budget allows someday, sure. Why not?
So anyway, the advertisement was shot on Fort Kochi, right? So I guess so many people were there to witness your shoot and all such things, right?
Yeah, yes. There were a lot of people. So the first day was there were 2 days of shoot in Kochi, and the first day we only shot at home. So there was they showed the set at home, right? So the first day was only shot at home, where we shot all the intimate scenes, all the scenes where I was required to act more. It was the focus was more on me, on the acting part, not on the scenery or Kochi or all of those things. So I'll tell you the shots we shot. We started with the first scene where my dad comes and my mother is looking, and then there was this scene. There was this scene where my dadi, my grandmother, she was applying oil on my hair. That was also a very beautiful scene. And one of the most intense scenes I feel for me was the lipstick scene. The lipstick scene where I'm applying lipstick on my hand, and then I'm checking it out, and then I'm applying it on my lips, and it gets smudged, and I have all of that beard on me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is getting too intense.
I was about to ask you
A couple
whether
of
that
scenes that were
beard
shot
was.
on the first day.
I was about to ask you that beard was so irritating for you. It seems so.
It was bad. It was very bad. Trust me, it was really, really, really bad. Because the pigment that was used to stick the beard on my face, right? There was that they applied it everywhere, and that I actually could taste it on my tongue. I could. It went in my nose. It went everywhere. So it was real, and it actually smelled like nail polish remover.
Oh,
It
yeah.
smelled like that. It was that bad.
Let me ask you a cliche question then. Since you were here in Fort Kochi for a few days for the advertisement, what was the Malayalam words that you learned?
I was not there for a few days. I was only there for 2 days for my shoot. That's it. 2 days. And I don't know a single Malayalam word. I'm so sorry. I'm not proud of it. I'm very embarrassed.
It's okay. You can say namaskaram actually.
Okay, namaskaram. Namaskaram. Great. Yeah, I know one Malayalam word. Namaskaram.
Yeah, you know one Malayalam namaskaram. So, what was your parents' reaction and sister's reaction soon after watching this advertisement? Because it was trending all over in North India, South India, everywhere, and getting so many good compliments. The advertisement is trending all over India, babe.
I guess. My sister loved it. My sister really loved it. She was very happy when she saw it. And my dad was very emotional when he saw it. And I was like, wow, my dad is getting emotional. I mean, it's very rare to see dads getting emotional. My mother was also very happy. They both are very happy till now. My mother also got from common circles. She was getting to hear about it. And my dad's friend, my dad showed it to his friend, and his friend is like a family friend of ours, and he has seen me from my childhood. So he calls me at night and he's like, oh my god, Meera, I saw your advertisement, it's beautiful. People from whom I've lost touch, they are contacting me and they are like, Meera, it's so beautiful. They are all getting emotional. So I'm just wondering about the power of media, the power of art, the power of anything that has a potential to actually stir raw human emotions. So I feel good. I feel nice.
Yeah. And till date, do you know the tagline or the song that Bhima used to use in all their advertisements? Pennayal ponnu venam, which means if you are a woman, you need so much gold. And they changed their perceptions completely. And we are so happy and we are so proud that Kerala people are changing their mindsets and everything. Did you feel that same thing over there in your place?
I feel that this is important. Humanizing a trans narrative is extremely important, because the way media portrays trans folks, it's extremely dehumanizing. It's extremely demonizing. It's they reinforce the same stereotypes, the same biases that have been used to discriminate against us. And now Bhima has come up with an ad that actually shows a trans utopia. It shows a trans utopia where a trans person is having no issues with their families. Everyone is laughing and playing, and everyone is emotional. And I'm walking in the street with my mother. And everything is still, no one is looking at me weirdly, and I'm traveling in the bus, I'm enjoying the scenery out there. And people need to see that. People need to connect with their mundanity, their daily life experiences, and they need to see a trans person in that. That's how they will get to know that, okay, we are also there. You are not seeing us.
Did your life changed after this advertisement?
I wouldn't say my life changed as such, but
you have become a huge celebrity.
No, I'm not a celebrity. Please don't say that.
At least for us, you're a celebrity now.
No, I'm not a celebrity. Please, no. So there's a show called Transparent. It's there on Amazon Prime, And there's this trans person who's acted in that show called Alexandra Billings. Yesterday, on her Instagram feed, she posted the Bhima jewelry ad, and I was like, shit, this is actually getting international recognition, where an international trans actor, Alexandra Billings, having more than 50K followers, is actually posting this on her feed. I'm like, this is huge. This is really, really huge.
Yeah. This is really, really huge, man. Why are you not understanding it? This is really, really huge. And today
I'm
also,
actually
I
also
noticed...
looking forward to the Goa pictures. I'm really, really looking forward to the Goa pictures. They've come off beautiful. I got access to them yesterday. I'm waiting for Bhima Jewelers to post that on their feed so that I can post it after them.
That's what I was wondering, which was the Goa pictures. I didn't know that.
No, they aren't out yet. They aren't out yet, but it'll be a part of their campaign again.
Okay. I got to read an article that the casting company had to approach so many people whether they can do this role. And many of them were not at all ready to do this role because they don't want to revisit the trauma they had undergone all these years. I don't know what to say for that. The trauma they had revisited all these years. They don't want to revisit all these things. And how did this thing convince you?
Honestly, I really like the story. I really like the plot line. And I was like, yeah, it's complicated. It's extremely complicated. It can be very triggering for me. It can be mentally very disturbing for me as well. But I took it as a challenge. I was like, hell yeah, I can do this. I can pull it off. I can act well. I can do this. It's fine. I don't need to make this heavy on me. If I can do this, maybe I can get comfortable with this. And I feel it's important for me to get comfortable with my trauma as well. Why not? It's a part of me. It's a part of my life. It's my baggage. And I got to be okay with it. And this ad helped me be okay with it.
Let me ask you something very sincerely. You had to face traumas just like so many other people told me.
Because of my trans identity? Or
because of your trans identity and how people
yes. Hell yeah. Everyone faces that. I'm still facing it in a lot of ways. It may not seem like it, but I'm still facing it in a lot of ways. So I'll tell you, trans people go through something called, not all trans people, but a few trans people, most trans people, no, not most or few, like, let's just say a few trans people actually go through something called dysphoria. Now, dysphoria is discomfort that you have towards your body or towards your dead name or towards wrong pronouns or these basic as things. And a trans person can get really mentally disturbed if someone refers to them by their dead name or someone refers to them by the wrong pronoun. It can get very discomforting for them. It started with that for me. And that's when I realized that it's very important that I start, and that's when I realized that that I need to get on fast with this entire transition process, because my sole focus was that I was 20 at that time. I was like, I am 20, my entire childhood is gone, and I am not letting the society take away the youth from me. So I'm going to work for it. I'm going to socially transition. I'm going to legally transition. I'm going to do the hard thing. I'm going to talk to my parents. I'm going to convince them. I'm going to talk to people around. I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to be very selfish about this. And I was very selfish about this. I was extremely selfish about this. You gotta be selfish. You gotta be very, very selfish. I went for laser on my face, and that's how my beard went away. I had all of that beard. That was all real beard at once upon a time, and it's very difficult to point that out now. But so I almost had 8 sessions of laser. I'm also under hormones till now. It's my second adolescence, second puberty going on right now in a way. So,
I saw that in one of your posts.
Yeah. So before my surgery, I used to take testosterone blockers and estrogens. And then the pandemic happened. And then in the middle of the pandemic last year, on 25th July 2020, I got my gender reaffirmation surgery done from Fortis Hospital in Delhi, Shalimar Bagh. And that was the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life, because the amount of pain, my God, Veena, the amount of physical and mental disturbance that you have, I was scared. I thought that I was gonna die. I'm still processing that I'm alive because of that surgery.
You are talking to a person who will die if a doctor says you have to take an injection, and then you are talking to the person who is scared of hospitals, and you're telling me all these
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks after my surgery. I took like a good 6 to 7 months to recover properly from the surgery. And you can say, in a way, you can say that Bhima and this casting, Bharat Seka Studios, everyone approached me during my recovery in a way. It was I completed 6 to 7 months at that time. They approached me at that time, and that time I was like, okay, it's time for me to shine maybe. So,
yeah, the 22-year-old student from Ambedkar University. How did your college mates respond to this advertisement and your boldness and your courage, everything?
My college mates have always been the most beautiful people ever. My college has been really nice. My college Ambedkar University is the most awesomest place for a trans person to go to. I'm letting you know that this is coming from a trans person. That college has seen my entire journey. I used to go there even when I didn't used to pass with patches of beard and lipstick, and it's seen all my weird phases in life. So I've literally looked like a drug addict over there, and people still haven't told me anything.
Did like any celebrities call you actually after the advertisement?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people shared my advertisement, and I did. I ended up sending a voice note to Mallika Dua, and she was we did have a little bit of she was very sweet. She was very nice. So that was very nice. That was very nice of her. And there were like a couple of other celebrities I interacted with. I'm just not great with names. I don't remember their names. But yeah, there were a lot of other celebrities. But I'm mentioning Mallika Dua in specific because Mallika Dua is someone whose videos I have watched a lot with my sister. We have laughed at her videos. I'm sure we all have. And as a feminist, we've all looked up to her in some way or the other. So there's this very famous influencer called Dolly Singh. She also shared my ad, and couple of people. Oh my God, the director Aditya Kriplani. I was talking to him, and I gave him, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. He was asking me for the review for his film and all of that. It was good to have an exchange with popular people, and I was like, wow, I feel a little important now.
Now you can tell your parents and your family that, see, there is a celebrity at home, you have to be very careful and all such things. You already told mama that don't scream, don't come here, I am on an interview and all such things. You can keep on saying all such celebrity stuff.
The highlight of this entire thing though is Alexandra Billings posting my advertisement on her feed. I was so happy yesterday, I can't tell you. Yes, I have really looked up to her.
Anyway, as you say, I am, and so many people who are watching this interview is waiting for your Goa pictures and Goa campaign part and all such things. And wishing you all the very, very best, Meera. I really love the interview. I really love the advertisement. And I love the way you speak and how sincere you are, how honest you are. Thank you so much, Meera. Thank you.
Thank you.
പൈസ ഇല്ലെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് മോങ്ങല്ല വേണ്ടത്.
ഞാൻ കക്കാൻ ഇറങ്ങാം.